I hope my screen is visible to everyone and I'm audible properly. Could you just give me a thumbs up for confirmation? Yeah, perfect, perfect, perfect. Thank you. All right. All right, so let's start with the orientation. This is for the TIR15. This is a 12 to 14-year-old batch which starts on the 11th of June and ends on the 19th of June. So 11th of June, you drop your kids at Terminal 1 Airport at 5 p.m. That's the reporting time. And on 19th of June, you pick them up from the same location at 6 a.m. What happens in between is what I'll take you through in this orientation. We'll do a small Q&A session in the end as well. So if you have any questions, you can place them in the chat or, in the end, by show of hands, we can have a small Q&A session. This is a small view of our camp Tirthan, a very small glimpse of the beautiful grandeur Tirthan that it is. This is the valley side where the camps are. And this water, what you see is the crystal clear blue Tirth River, which is basically a private waterfront campsite, जहाँ पे हमें private access पानी का, and that's how we conduct water activities here. This small area, which is not so small, is actually a common gathering area. It can gather up to about 50, 60 kids together. And it is called KPRD. It's called, so KPRD, एक जमाने में ये common shelter ही था, लेकिन since we've been doing since 30 years now, one batch came and named it KPRD because the full form says खाना पीना रोना धोना. तो ये जब शाम को सब बच्चे अपनी activities कर लेते हैं, you know, when in between the reflection sessions and having a hot soup and enjoying the white noise, the natural white noise from that comes from the water. They're sitting in the KPRD and just sitting and having a chit chat. So this is why it's called Khana Pina Rona Rona. Behind this is the kitchen area, and you might have not seen the photos, but opposite to this is the tent area. So I'll explain how the accommodation works as we go forward. Now, when we talk about Camp Thiessen, what you largely need to understand that it's in and around or nearest to the Kullu district. The most known district within the territory will be Kullu. It is amidst the Great Himalayan National Park, and there is a visit for there, of course. We will take the normal route from Delhi. We go towards Moorthal, the Chandigarh Ambala bypass, and then when we move towards Manali, instead of taking a left and then the Manali tunnel, we go ahead and we reach a place called Ott. And Ott के आगे फिर हम तीर्थन जाते हैं. I'll explain the travel also in detail when we go forward. Now, by the virtue of the fact that we have this river right next to us, we can conduct a lot of activities in regards to river, understanding hydrology, and having some fundamental understanding of how to balance yourself and what are the basically how to conduct yourself when you're in the river. So this is a great skill that the kids will learn. This small activities sort of combine into a 3-day module which is called rivercraft. Now, within rivercraft, I'll just give you a run through what all the activities are. There is natural river crossing. तो अगेन ये तीर्थन रिवर यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा हमें नैरो लग रहा है पर ये काफी वाइड है ये पीछे की तरफ हम जब जाते हैं so from one end to the other we tie ropes, kids are in safety harnesses and one instructor is in this end, two are in that end, and one instructor is probably accompanying them from afar also, and these guys cross the river side by side. That is natural river crossing. When we go ahead, the water is a little bit more deep. This is probably knee length water. थोड़ा सा backside पे it's about waist height. You will see it also. And from a 6, 7 feet boulder, we do cliff jumping. Now, I know parents will be like, oh my God, cliff jumping in a moving river, how will that happen? The rapids are not, I'd say, powerful enough for us to do rafting here. These are grade 2 rapids. It's very mild currents, and that allows us to do river craft and that allows us to do cliff jumping in this. Now, what if we don't know swimming? Good. We don't need to know swimming. You will always be in safety guards, safety jacket, and our instructors will be parametering you throughout. Another activity that we do, which is not towards this river, but includes a stream that sort of occurs because of the river, is called the stream walk. So there's a natural stream with rocks and उसके बीच से पूरा ground level पे झरना जैसा बहता है and you crossing that and you're trekking towards a waterfall. Now this waterfall basically, a waterfall is a natural water slide also. So you take a stream walk, do a waterfall trek, and then you sort of slide down from that natural water slide and enter the pond. So it's all by nature. We didn't make that slide. And it's a 6, 7 feet slide. Again, do not knowing swimming is perfectly fine. So these are small elements that sort of make rivercraft what it is, and it is a unique activity for recent kids. Absolutely love it when they come. We've always had good things to hear about. इस सीजन के पानी में मजा आ गया. It was so cold, it was refreshing, it was crystal clear. Uh, the noise it makes is very calming in the night. And I've been there personally many, many times. I've always found myself to be a better version of myself when I'm at Tirthan, actually. Apart from this, there's also something that the kids will do, which is called backpacking. Now, backpacking is us teaching them how to plan and execute a self-sustained expedition, basically. Now, uh, ट्रैकिंग इज वन एस्पेक्ट ऑफ बैकपैकिंग. ट्रैकिंग में आप ऑफ कोर्स ट्रैकिंग करना सीखते हैं, अप हिल एंड डाउन हिल. यू अंडरस्टैंड हाउ टू कंजर्व एनर्जी, अंडरस्टैंड हाउ टू इवन ड्रिंक वाटर. वी ड्रिंक, हम लोग ऐसे, we don't chug water when we are trekking. We take a sip and then we move ahead, and then maybe 10 minutes later we take another sip. That's how the way you keep yourself hydrated while trekking. These are small nuances you will understand while you're doing trekking. Apart from this, there will also be tent pitching. You will understand how to pitch your own tents. You will understand how to and what wood to collect to make fire. And once you are at the making fire stage, you will not use matchsticks. You will use lints and you light up that fire by yourself. That is one. You will also be cooking your own food in the night outs. We'll come to it later as well. Uh, Also reading a map, reading a compass, understanding what are the principles when you are in the nature. I will not reveal all of them, but a very basic one is it's called LNT, so leave no trace, which basically means कि when I'm in touch with nature, I see it is absolutely pristine and clean. When I leave that portion of the part or the portion of the mountain or the jungle or the trail for that matter, I will leave it as soon as I found it. So some moral principles also will be incorporated in backpacking. It's a beautiful activity module. It's a 3-day activity module within which one day will be dedicated to acclimatization and understanding and sort of getting these skills inherited. And then we use that leverage, and for the next 2 days we go on a night out. अब नाइट आउट और डे आउट में फर्क ये है कि डे आउट में हम कैंप से जाते हैं ट्रैक पे. हम अपना we pitch our tents and we learn how to make fire, and then we learn of that and come back to the camp to sleep in our tents in the night. That is a day out. A night out is one afternoon we leave the camp. We take a drive to our starting point, which will be Sharji, about a 45-minute drive. I will come back to it later as well. And then from there we start trekking. And from there, now we don't just trek. It's an expedition now that we are sort of, being a part of. Sorry. So there are things like, we will be given backpacks. And within your team, you will be asked, "Okay, now conduct this division of labor amongst yourself. We will not tell you कि आप tent लेके आएंगे, आप बर्तन लेंगे और आप ये लेंगे and आप वो लेंगे. This is your job to sort of. So that's how you'll sort of, you build a sense of togetherness within your team. A camaraderie basically कि आप साथ में कैसे काम करते हैं, and how well are you, with your wavelength and your communication, and आप दूसरे की प्रॉब्लम कितनी समझते हैं, आप अपनी कितनी ठीक से बता पाते हैं. This is largely how teams anyway work. But since we're exposed to nature, it's in its purest form. Your behavior will be in its purest form because the physical challenge always puts us in the maximum reflection zone that we can be. And that's all. That also brings me to the the other part of the camp, which is not just the adventure activities, the 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., the major activities for the day. There is a second half of the day as well where we radiate learning, where we basically facilitate learning. And how this happens is कि आप जब अपने कैंप में आते हैं पहली बारी, हमारा एजेंडा सिर्फ आपको एडवेंचर एक्टिविटीज कराने का नहीं है. दैट इज द मेन थिंग दैट वी हैव टू डू, विच इज वेरी यूनिक इन इटसेल्फ. But we sort of follow safety, fun, and learning as our top 3 priorities in the camp. So safety and fun will happen, and learning can be two ways. You learn by yourself, and of course you will, because there are multiple factors that contribute towards it. जब आप घर से इतना दूर आते हैं, so subconsciously you drop behavioral patterns that you have at home, at school, at tuition classes, कि मैं ऐसे behave करूंगा तो घर पे डांटनी पड़ेगी, ऐसे behave करूंगा तो शायद आसपास के स्कूल के दोस्त जज नहीं करेंगे. Sometimes bullying भी होती है स्कूल में. I mean, I'm really sorry that happens, but होता है, and we have our guards up and we behave in a certain way. Imagine a place where you're allowed to make mistakes, allowed to be vulnerable, where you can behave any way you want to, and it's a protected environment where you can make mistakes, and everyone is new to that place, so nobody really judges. So that's how you drop those behavioral patterns when you're 12 hours की drive के time पे आपको realize होता है कि आप अब पहाड़ों के बीच में, this is a new world for exploration. That is one. Number two, the fact that you will be doing adventure activities, day after day, overcoming a challenge, overcoming a fear, will build some sense of decision making, will build some confidence. You will start internalizing your own decisions and opinions a bit more, and you'll start solidifying your likes and dislikes, within that journey. And this is a good thing to understand and have that clarity in this age. Uh, Moving forward, this is all self-reflection. Now, what happens when you do the adventure activities in the evening? We sit down. After our, of course, camp fun. Camp fun is also one part of it. We also do reflection sessions. Now, reflection sessions are basically, we sat down with behavioral scientists when we started it in 1996, and we came up with something which is called a cool book, which is basically a journal, which has questions that ignite thoughts. How do I make new friends? How do I learn? How do I come out of my shelter? What motivates me? These questions will help you connect those dots that you have been thinking and that have been popcorning in your head. And that's how, learning is sort of taken out and established for everyone. तो सबको पता है कि आज हमने ये बात करी है, आज मैं सुबह इस बात से apprehensive था या डरी हुई थी, and then this is how I overcame my fear. So this is a major part of the camp. Also part of the camp in the evening is called the evening camp fun, which is another beautiful way of spending time with your friends and your peers and instructors in the evening. सुबह आपने activity करी है and you've overcome a challenge. You had your nice lunch. You've had your evening tea, coffee, hot chocolate, Bonvita, whichever you prefer. Now it's time for some within the camp outdoor games. So technically it's indoor because हम camp के parameters में हैं, but है ये ultimately outdoors. These can be minute-to-minute games, team building games, sometimes pick वो जो tug of wars हो सकती हैं, कभी कभी dodge ball हो सकता है. Sometimes kids just love to do their own thing and take stuff from our storeroom, do some art craft. They make bandanas. They will probably make some paintings. They will play an instrument for that matter. And sometimes we will facilitate the games for them as per the kids' wish and as per the energy levels of the day are. So it's a very dynamic sort of situation in the evening. It's always to do with how the day has gone and how the day can be made better in the evening. So that is camp fun. Uh, Then let's move forward to the program flow day by day. Before that, this is a picture of the stream walk, like I was mentioning. This is kids going for the night out, and this is the river that they'll be crossing. Some kids are short, so in like relativity, some kids are shorter and some kids are taller at this age. So किसी की waist पे आता है, किसी की chest पे आता है, इससे ऊपर नहीं आता है. And this instructor will be around. It's not like one of those situations. And as you can see, this is a harness attached. This is a carabiner and a harness attached from the life jacket to the rope, so they can take their hands off also, and nothing like problematic is gonna happen. We have a safety protocols in place. Now, let's say on day one, we leave from Delhi Airport Terminal 1. This is Terminal 2 because at the time we started off the season, Terminal 2 was working, but now it's under maintenance. So when you receive the message for the program, which is, I think tomorrow or day after, you will get basically a departure message. Now, the departure message will uh, have, the orientation, sorry, the camp, the airport link, the Google pinpoint location, I'm so sorry, and the airport coordinator's number. So all the information regarding the departure will get in WhatsApp and it will upload it on the channel. So now this is where you come at Terminal 1 around 5 p.m. We meet all of you guys. We hand over the kids to us officially, no phones to be carried, and then we go. Next morning, we reach the camp at around 6 a.m. Sorry, 7 a.m. 6, 7. 7 a.m. is a better estimate actually. 6 a.m. we reach hot. I will of course take you through the chain of communication as we move forward. Right now we'll focus on the program flow. Now day one, first I will largely be understanding the camp, the norms of the camps, understanding your peers, ice breaking. Also asking your expectations from this camp, and th- then last day we can always reflect upon कि वो expectations कितनी सच हुई हैं and कितना successful हुआ है ये camp आपके लिए. There is also this first day will largely be so since like this is a program flow which is originally designed for two groups of kids, but we have about like 15 kids in this batch. So this is combined. This is just one group doing activities every day. So largely day one will be ice breaking and beginners and understanding. And that day I was mentioning कि वो backpacking समझेंगे. This is that day. So they will go for acclimatization treks. They will do their tent pitching. They will do how to make a fire, and read a map and everything. That entire thing will be day two. Next day, we think we can again it depends on the weather and the energy levels. So if we feel that going on a night out beforehand is better, we will. And if we feel going on doing water activities and beginning with rivercraft is better, then we'll do that. So for the next 2 days, kids will be within the parameters of watercraft where they do river crossing, cliff jumping, waterfall trek, stream walks in the first half of the day. And then the second half of the day, of course, is camp fun and reflection, like I mentioned earlier. Now, when we come to day five, जो उन्होंने पहले दिन पे सॉरी डे टू पे जो उन्होंने सीखा था बैकपैकिंग के इर्द गिर्द, now day five they take a drive to Shati, about 25-minute drive. And that is the starting point of the trek. From there, it's a 2.5 kilometer trek to Jumala, and it's a beautiful alpine meadow where they complete the journey, pitch tents. Instructors will, of course, help them with the chopping and they'll make their own food. They'll spend the night under the stars around the bonfire. There might be some horror stories only if kids request for it. We will not go ahead and do it, but if the kids request, we are happy to, you know, feed into the zone and the mood of the night. And it's beautiful stars, zero light pollution, zero pollution rather, and you're in between meadows. Imagine that within your friends and your peers around a bonfire, just spending the night. And next morning you wake up and you continue the trek. So now the trek goes through the Himalayan oak and cedar forests, and also it will sort of transcend into the Himalayan meadows. And from that, you will basically complete your backpacking journey and then pitch your own tents for that time for the second night out and repeat the process of collecting wood, lighting up the fire, cooking your food. By this time, you would have been more streamlined as a team, so it will be easier and you will see the difference, which is, I think, commendable, and I expect that from you guys. And you will complete and you'll again spend the night under the stars on day six. Day seven morning, you return to the camp, and that day will be basically again something around water, rivercraft, something around camp fun. It will be a rather relaxing day. It will be somewhat somewhere, just to give you a break because आप दो night out करके आए हैं, तो हम activities रखेंगे, we'll keep you engaged, but we'll keep it a little low key, as the kids call it these days. Then last day, what we do is a very important thing and a very unique thing. It's called helter skelter. अब helter skelter क्या है? आपने ओलंपिक्स देखे हैं? ये हमारा वर्जन है ओलंपिक्स का. जो आपने स्किल सीखे हैं इतने दिनों में उसके एलिमेंट्स लेके हम गेम्स बनाते हैं, एंड वेयर यू compete for points, not prizes. We play in good sport. Play in good spirit. So you'll be making teams and competing with each other for helter skelter. A little, it's somewhat like if you've seen Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, if I'm the right one. हाँ. तो वैसे जहाँ पे वो teams games खेलते हैं, exactly that, but a lot safer. Apart from this, we'll also have our feedback session. Like I mentioned, हम day two पे जब आपसे बातें करेंगे, पूछेंगे, expectations लेंगे. And then around post lunch, 3-4 p.m. is when we depart from the camp, and next morning 6 a.m. we're back. This is a picture from the night out, two pictures from the night out. This is not the tent you'll be staying in the night. This is the tent where everything is cooked and everything is done. This is the larger one. Uh, can you please mute yourself? I think there is one person who's on unmute. Thank you. Thank you. All right, continuing. I'll take you through some, uh, I'd say, tangible, logistical uh, instructions and things that we do, and then we go to the more well, I think more nuanced emotional aspects of understanding a camp and expectations. First, expectations are very simple. Safety. We're known for this. We expertise in this. We've been doing this for 30 years. Our instructors come from the best institutes in the country, which some of them you can see here. NOLS or National Institute of Mountaineering or HMI or JM for this matter. The great institutes. I see we have some chats. I will come to them once we're done with this. I thank you for the patience. These are the top institutes of the country. They are basically the cream of the country when it comes to outdoor experts. So they do their advanced mountaineering skills and basic mountaineering skills, and that's only the first level of scrutiny, by the way. The second level of scrutiny is that are you good with working with kids? When you sort of join our ecosystem, we will internally verify you on the grounds of soft skills, approachability, sensitivity, patience, to a child's needs. If I am there and I see a bunch of kids and can I spot a quiet kid and go there and have an extra dialogue with them? Is that something that I'm capable of? Sometimes kids feel homesick, sometimes they have internal conflicts, and to facilitate all of that, be a guardian there from day till night. Make sure they're eating enough, they're hydrated enough, they're wearing enough layers. And this is all that instructors don't do because they've been told to. This is all they do because they morally want to. These are very, very, very kind and hospitable people, and that's why they are instructors. That's why once the kids come back, they can't stop talking about the instructors. That's why kids come back with us every year. We have had so many kids who call me next year and like, लास्ट टाइम जो वीरू सर थे, लास्ट टाइम जो कारपा सर थे, वो इस वाले कैंप पे होंगे तो मैं आऊंगा. They find such they become such great friends with them, and they will because instructors are the only people perhaps in their life that the first time that it's an adult figure should come across as authority, but never comes across as authority. Takes your opinion for its face value, not for कि आप बच्चे हो तो opinion ले रहा हूँ या उसको मैं तोड़ मरोड़ के ले रहा हूँ नहीं. This will be a, I'd say, a healthy back and forth of opinions and of feelings and of emotions, and that's why kids love instructors. The ratio is out there. For every 6 kids, we'll have an instructor on the camp. We have about 15 kids, 3 instructors for sure. A fourth one is also already at the camp. Uh, Also, there is about talking about transport. We have so these are third-party providers, of course, but these are with us since the last many decades. Like we've been doing this 30 years, and as far as I can remember, we've had these, our transport vendors with us, trusted people. And just to give you keywords in terms of what the bus will like in reality, these are luxury recliner seater buses. Basically that. So the Mercedes Benzes and the Volvos and the Indo Canadians of the world is what you can expect, the quality that you can expect. Uh, Within the bus, there will be a travel team, there will be snacks, there will be a medical kit, there will be vomit bag, there will be anti-motion sickness tablets. My travel team makes sure that your travel goes absolutely flawless. There will be bio breaks in between. We will make sure everyone comes in a line, and they're basically there is no as such, I'd say, disturbance in their entire journey. While having dinner, they will make sure that kids have enough servings, and they will make sure that the kids are safe there. We have basically we have a private area to Gulshan Dhaba. It's not like we have food where everyone has food. So of course we've got that out. Within the journey, if a kid feels that they have a need to pass motion, we will make sure that we give them the tablets beforehand. We will make sure that we give them a vomit bag if that is a little urgent. For the kids, I will have a request. If you're listening, please give us a 15-minute window so that we can sort of arrange for a nice place for you to take a bio break or pass motion. We already have 2 designated bio breaks, by the way. I'm talking outside of this. Equipment. So, okay, there are two things to understand about equipment. Uh, One is this word, which you can Google. This is the keyword UIA standards, which basically means not just nationally. This equipment is the best equipment, the most certification and equipment can have internationally. So we use the equipment which is top notch. Secondarily, this equipment is audited thoroughly. So every piece of equipment, it could be ropes, carabiners, helmets, harnesses, anything, it will be audited, not just before every camp, before every activity, during demos. So instructors really make sure that we don't compromise on our safety protocols. And talking about safety protocols, there is also a medical support, which by which I mean a MBBS doctor who lives with the kids 24/7 on the camp itself, who is more than capable of taking care of anything first aid and beyond that as well. But usually first aid से ज़्यादा हमारे यहाँ problems होती है नहीं. This is soft adventure ultimately. So small scratches and wounds, acclimatization के time पे जो थोड़े कभी fever आ गए या headache हो गया, largely due to dehydration. So we really make sure that, and apart from what we administer at the camp, which is sort of need to want basis, जब हम लोग को जरूरत जब बच्चों को जरूरत लगती है तब हम देते हैं. आपने जब फॉर्म भरे होंगे तो उसमें एक मेडिकल सेक्शन होगा. अगर आपने उसके अंदर कुछ मेंशन किया है तो उसकी एक कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव लिस्ट वो जाएगी डॉक्टर को बिफोर हैंड, इवन बिफोर द किड्स रीच द कैंप. सो द डॉक्टर विल नो दीज आर द किड्स, इस टाइम पे इसको ये मेडिसिन एडमिनिस्टर करनी है मैंने. एंड ही विल देन ब्रीफ द एंटायर कैंप ऑन द फैक्ट दैट ये आप इंस्ट्रक्टर्स आपके ग्रुप में ये बच्चे हैं, this has to be given, so bring them to me at this time. That is sort of I'd say that is a seamless relation that a doctor will share with the camp staff and the instructors, and we have been doing this, and this has been working beautifully for us. Now, talking about accommodations, I'll make it very simple for you. One side of the tent is boys, one side of the tent is girls. Imagine a 12 by 10 feet canvas tent. ऊपर से पूरा properly covered है. It's stationary into the ground. It is separate from the ground by a 2.5 feet concrete platform. टेंट के अंदर 4 से 5 बच्चे आराम से रह सकते हैं. सबसे पहले दैट समथिंग दैट सेपरेट्स द कंक्रीट फ्रॉम देयर बैक्स इज अ दरी. बेसिकली दिस इज जो हम हिंदी में ओल्ड स्कूल दरी होती है वो बिछती है. उसके ऊपर वी हैव मैट्रेसेस. अब 1 2 3 4 ideally that is the way to be in a tent. You can comfortably stay with 4 kids. Side note, kids choose their own tent mates. They don't Kids choose their own tent mates. So we don't pre-allocate tents to the kids. And how this happens is some subconscious level of ice breaking just happens in the pasture. Everybody is new. Everybody doesn't know everybody. There will be questions. There will be instincts of kids. A simple thing like who is your favorite football, or what do you watch on Netflix? What do you watch on YouTube? Whom do you follow on Instagram? I don't know. Kids will automatically start having these conversations, and they will have a sense of understanding of the other person by the first day. They will choose their own tent mates. Again, a side note, kids, please do leave the tents as clean as you found them. By which I mean, we will give you the tents neat and clean. But then what? The next 7 days, this is your home. So, and you will be living with 3 other people there. You need to make sure you keep your space clean and motivate others to keep theirs. And so in that fashion, your tent will be clean. We all appreciate, and even you would appreciate living in a clean space. So अगर कपड़े ऐसे वैसे पड़े हुए हैं, you को आपको अच्छा नहीं लगेगा, right? हम मानते हैं हम कैंप में हम थोड़े से rugged होते हैं, but we'll try to be very organized, or at least somewhat organized in the camp. Apart from this, we have a common set of Western washrooms, changing areas, bathing areas, again separate for boys and girls. They come with proper WCs with hand faucets and running water. Hot water is also provided. There is something which is called basically देसी गीजर होता है, हिमाम करके बोलते हैं उसको. अब बच्चे खुद से गर्म पानी ले हम ये एक्सपेक्ट नहीं करते हैं, we understand that. But what they can do is always ask the instructors for help. तो वो फ्यूल से गर्म करते हैं कोयले एंड लकड़ी से, and we give them hand out buckets to them if they need hot water. हॉट वाटर शायद ना भी लगे आपको, क्योंकि तीर्थन सुबह और शाम को ठंडा होता है. दोपहर में इट्स प्रीटी नॉर्मल 25-30 डिग्रीज. And we encourage you to take a bath in the evening, not subha, not sham, because you are acclimatizing to the weather. So noon between 1 to, I'd say after 1:30, or between 1 to 3 is when you take bath and have lunch, that entire thing. When we talk about meals, I'll first lay down some clear rules. It's a buffet system. We will have variety always. Non-veg will be served about 3, 4, 5 times in the span of 7 days. So you can probably take out the 2 night outs that you'll have. And rest every time in the dinner, you will get non-veg. Eggs will be served separately, non-veg will be served separately, it will be cooked separately in different utensils and labeled separately. Now, what do you expect in a menu? Breakfast, you can have the idli, dosa, upma, paratha, theplas, and eggs and cornflakes and fruits and milk and that sort of spread. You can expect that. Lunch and dinner, you can expect what you expect at home. So the dal, the roti, the sabzi, the seasonal dishes, the raita, the desserts, the papad, achar, everything. Again, the curd and everything. That is the spread. Uh, so sometimes we will have rajma, and sometimes we can have kadai paneer together, and then sometimes some, bhindi and dal, and I know sometimes kids don't like bhindi and dal, but believe me when I'm saying this, my mouth is watering right now when I think of it. It is the food is beautiful. It's immaculate. The taste is too good at the camp. It's all organic. हम वहीं पे उगाते हैं, and it is fresh. वहाँ का पानी अलग है. You'll feel when you go there. So yeah, the food is absolutely amazing. You will want to take more servings, and that's something that will happen. But make sure to finish what you take because our camp make rule है कि take what you can eat and eat what you take. तो बेसिकली इसका मतलब है कि आप चाहें तो हमसे 5 सर्विंग्स ले लीजिए, हमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, बट हमें आपका खाना खत्म चाहिए, हम खाने को वेस्ट नहीं करते। हम अपने बर्तन खुद धोते हैं खाना खाने के बाद, नॉट जस्ट यू गाइस, द इंस्ट्रक्टर्स, अस, मी, द ऑफिस टीम, हम भी कैंप पे जाते हैं तो हम यही रूल फॉलो करते हैं। Travel plan, I think I've taken you through the travel plan before also, while just reiterated once. So departing from 6 Terminal 1 at 6 p.m. Ought around 6, 7 a.m., camp around 7, 8 a.m. On the return journey, back in Delhi around 6 a.m. You know about the bus. What you don't know about is कि हम यहाँ से लेके ऑट, जो मैंने इनिशियली बताया था, हिमाचल मनाली से आगे जो ऑट आता है, वहां तक हम बस में ही जाते हैं। तो ऑलमोस्ट लास्ट माइल की पूरी जर्नी बस की ही है। लास्ट का 1 घंटा हम ऑट से तीर्थन का एमयूवीज में कवर करते हैं। दैट इज अबाउट इट। Now, the mode of transport, of course, like I mentioned, comfortable AC and Volvo Benz buses, and the rest will be covered till aught and then MUVs uske baad. Expectation settings I've been doing subtly throughout our conversation, regardless, but I will just bullet point it for you guys again. Not a luxury camp. Kids, when you come to the campsite, you need to understand this is the best camp that you're going to have, not the best holiday you're going to have. There's a fundamental difference. तो जब आप टेंट जाते हैं या जब आप वॉशरूम देखते हैं, डोंट टेक द एस्थेटिक अपील with with comparison to both the holidays that we're used to. I mean, those will be good because the purpose is luxury there. Here the purpose is coming out of your comfort zone. So again, कैंप में टेंट हैं, अच्छे टेंट हैं, स्पेशियस टेंट्स हैं। टेंट का काम है आपको सेफ रखना अंदर शेल्टर में, वो करेंगे। वॉशरूम का काम है आपको फ्रेश होने में हेल्प करना, वो करेंगे। The faucets are fine, flushes are fine, it's all very well maintained, it's cleaned twice a day, the washrooms. But apart from this, you need to make sure that when you come, you sort of come with an expectation that this is the camp, not a holiday. Because आजकल लोग टेंट्स में भी टीवी, एसी, फ्रिज सब लगा देते हैं, but we don't want to do that. We want to keep you to the camp feel. So this is the best camping experience you'll have, not the best holiday you'll have. That's the difference. Communication and updates. Parents, all attention towards me if there wasn't twice a day. When you have even the message that you received from this for this orientation will also have a WhatsApp channel link. I will just take you through how you can sort of I hope you have clicked the link and followed the channel because that's where all the communication will be going forward, will be updated. Now, if you see my screen, I'm not too sure if you can, but in the bottom here, yeah, in the bottom here, you will see some tabs within which you will see something called as updates. आपको चैनल अपनी नॉर्मल चैट में नहीं दिखेगा, आपको अपडेट्स पे क्लिक करना है, वहां पे आपको चैनल दिखेगा, बशर्ते आपने उस पर फॉलो जरूर क्लिक किया है लिंक पे क्लिक करके वो खुला और आपने फॉलो किया, दैट्स व्हाई यू हैव एक्सेस टू द चैनल. This is simple understanding. Around 11 a.m., one or two group pictures. Around 6 p.m., 15 to 20 group pictures. These group pictures are update purposes. They're not the larger dump of the pictures. Individual pictures will be clicked and will be shared by the end of the camp as a Google Drive, which is again only accessible to the people who followed the channel link, which is only sent out to the people who registered. Now, having said that, There are some things that I need to reiterate. No phones and no direct communication. There's a reason for it. Parents, if you get anxious one of these days and you want to talk to your kids, you need to think about the fact that that kid is in the camp trying to explore his new world or her new world. They're slowly getting away from the mindset of home. Day one, they are acclimatizing. Even they are homesick, but they're trying. Day two, they've started to come out of the shell. They start to talk to people. At this point, if you guys just purely because you're anxious, and if there's something else, of course, we will help you out. But it's purely because anxiety. You want to speak to your kids, and if you end up speaking to your kids, it will put them back 2 days back. So the progress will be shut. We need to make sure that as parents, we are considerate enough that, and we trust in me enough now that we are going within me, that when we say that we will take care of your kids, and if there is something that has to be communicated, and it will be communicated with due diligence, something as minor as a minor scratch, something as minor as even I'd say अगर बच्चे को 99 haw fever है, which is a big thing, and you will be given the communication right away. A minor scratch, a tad bit of a pain, anything of that sort, God forbid, even if it happens, you will be given the communication for it. If kids are homesick, you will be told that, you know what, ma'am, at this point, I will need your support. Maybe a motivational voice note will work, and I will do that. But until I do that, no news is good news, rule of thumb. So you watch the kids in the photos, and if in the photos, kids, if you are listening, please, मेरी एक हेल्प करो. अगर कैंप पे आपको मजा आ रहा है और फोटो खिंच रही है, तो प्लीज स्माइल, बिकॉज आपके पेरेंट्स उस एक फोटो को देख के पूरा दिन जज कर रहे हैं और अपनी पूरी सारी फीलिंग्स को कंटेन करके बैठे हैं. अगर मजा नहीं आ रहा है, देन आई अंडरस्टैंड, गो टॉक टू एन इंस्ट्रक्टर कि मजा क्यों नहीं आ रहा है. बट अगर मजा आ रहा है, देन प्लीज स्माइल इन द फोटोज. एंड पेरेंट्स ऑन द कॉन्ट्री, if you see your kids looking here, there, looking lost, they're probably looking at the beautiful mountains or the trees or the river. They are least bothered with the photo. तो फोटोज के बेसिस पे आप जज ना करिएगा कि मेरा बच्चा खुश है कि नहीं है. अगर उदास हुआ तो वी विल नो फॉर अ फैक्ट. ट्रस्ट अस. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस, आई थिंक आई मेंशन गैजेट, कि गैजेट्स नहीं लेके आने हैं अपने, कोई फोन वगैरह, नो सेलुलर डिवाइसेस, नो स्मार्ट वॉचेस. एवर रीजन टू इट, बिकॉज यू डोंट वांट टू सॉर्ट ऑफ लॉक योरसेल्फ इन योर इंटरनल एनवायरनमेंट. वी हैव दैट हैबिट नाउ कि एक्सटर्नल एनवायरनमेंट थोड़ा सा मुश्किल होता है, हम ऐसे फोन लेके बैठ जाते हैं. Why not communicate? Why not sort of confront the feelings? Why not have a word with our peers and understand? So starting a new dialogue is part of this entire no gadget policy. Kids this age, I don't think fitness and preparation की कोई अलग से जरूरत है. You guys must be really active already, but if not, you can start maybe swimming, cycling, or whatever for the next few days till the camp starts. It will help you build your insurance. Uh, I think zero tolerance for bullying and indiscipline is something where we all agree it shouldn't be tolerated, and it will be facilitated in the right manner. So there is not like, there is of course consequences if somebody is trying to bully someone, but it's not the usual school में punish करते रहते वैसा. We will have that conversation with the guy who's trying to misbehave as well. We'll take him separately, we'll take her separately, and have a conversation that, boss, you know what? Just because you're in the group and away from parents doesn't give you a license to. We understand you want to explore yourself, but this is not the right way. And we'll have the conversation. On the contrary, kids, we can only see so much so from 9 a.m., from 6 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. when we're out, right? If there is something that you feel that you has to be changed, please do reach out to an instructor and make sure you mention that too. Because not calling out somebody's bullying is also you feeding them into bullying. I'm not saying it will happen definitely, and I'm not saying it will happen at the camp only. I'm saying it can happen anywhere in the world, wherever you go, school or some new coaching or anywhere. So yeah, in that sense, just make sure to call out or just talk to an instructor. That is very important. Use of substances that are mentioned here will of course result in straight away back to home, but you guys are young and I do not expect that from you. No junk food or tuck is something I will have to reiterate because I 100% expect this out of you guys. जब आप कैंप पे आएंगे, आप बस में अपने लिए जो भी मील वगैरह कैरी करना है, लाइक हेल्दी स्नैक्स, गो फॉर इट. हैव इट इन द बस. कैंप पहुंचते ही, द मनी यू हैव, The food you have and the medicines you have will be taken away on day one. Money and food goes in the camp locker room. Sorry, money goes in the storeroom, food in the kitchen, medicines to the doctor with the medicine note. ठीक है? खाना हम आपको इतने नहीं खाने देते कैंप के अंदर अपनी मर्जी का कि अगर ए हम कुछ भी जंक खाएंगे and if we fill our stomachs with that, then as a result in us not eating the food that we prepared, which you need the nutrients for, right? Secondarily, अगर आप अपने टेंट में स्नीक इन करके ले भी गए, मान लो मैं सुबह सुबह ऐसे फाड़ा चॉकलेट और थोड़ी सी खा ली और फिर बंद करके स्टफ करके रख के चला गया, सिर्फ क्रम्बल भी नहीं गिराया मैंने, उसका मेयर अरोमा विल इनवाइट एंड्स एंड rodents and probably rats also. So you need to make sure that you don't sneak in food inside your tents, right? Parents, you can of course give them pocket money if the kids are flying from other cities to this particular camp. Airport में कुछ खाने पीने के लिए, if you think something is adequate, you can provide that. Apart from this, on the last day we will put up our merchandise where kids do love to shop. So round figure about 2,500, 3,000 rupees is more than enough. They will not end up spending as such anything once they're in the bus till the back, at the airport. From airport to airport, they have nowhere to spend. So this was the docket of the camp. This is basically the program flow, and this was the largest chunk of it. Now I'll just take you through the kit list. Just it's quite self-explanatory otherwise, but just we'll go it quickly bit by bit कि kit list में आपने pack क्या क्या करना है इस camp के लिए और उसकी need क्या क्या है. So I hope my screen is again visible. Now you need to understand the season weather ranges because पहाड़ों की धूप डायरेक्ट होती है और क्योंकि we have a river in the like बगल में river है, so of course and it's green lush green, so the morning and the evening winds will be chilly. So 22 degrees to 34 degrees is what you can expect in the daytime, and 15 to 24 degrees is what you can expect late night and early in the hours. Now, quickly, 7 to 8 t-shirts, quick dry and in dark colors. Quick dry is, I'd say, an essential. Sometimes, parents will ultimately raise कि सारी quick dry होना जरूरी है क्योंकि नहीं है हमारे पास इतनी. I understand. You know what? At least 4 to 5 are important. Rest you can send cotton. गीली होती हैं, of course, सूख जाएंगी. टेंट के बगल में there's wire, so you can hang them on. So if you expect your kid to hang the clothes and dry them, then sure, cotton and quick dry, a combination will work. If not, stick to quick dry. There is 4 pairs of shorts, out of which 2 again are quick dry. Very important. 3 track pants, not warm pants, normal hosiery cotton athleisure pants. 7 to 8 pair of socks. Yes, you will need an extra pair, or a new fresh pair of socks every day because they do get dirty. 1 towel quick dry makes sense. It's available at DCAT. Everything is available at DCAT for that matter. A cap and a sunshade, yes, to save yourself from the heat, direct heat while the activities go on. Undergarments sufficient. Night clothes completely your wish. If you'd like to carry extra, if you'd like to use what you were wearing after the activity, after the bath as your night clothes. बहुत कम बच्चे देखे मैंने जो नाइट क्लोथ्स में अलग से घूमते हैं. Rather, some teams take their night clothes to be the clothes entirely. So avoid that actually. A warm jacket, yes. Sweatshirts, 2 sweatshirts and a warm jacket is vital. A poncho or a raincoat is vital. Footwear में आपको 3 चीजें चाहिए largely. One, for trekking, which is this shoe, not this particular shoe, but any sports shoe that you already have. The criteria are 2 criteria. Major one, sole should not be rugged. उसमें सोल में सोल होना चाहिए basically, right? And it should be a rubber sole. And how do you identify that? If I poke my finger on the bottom, and if it stinks, that is a foam sole. If it's sturdy, that's a rubber sole. So you need to get a rubber sole shoe. If you're buying a new one, please buy it right now, wear it, make sure you don't have any shoe bites or any of that sort, so that you understand that the shoe is comfortable. You will not be wearing slippers in camp in the free time. You will instead be wearing hiking sandals. Why? Because it gives your ankle the support you need for an uneven terrain. 1 pair of aqua shoes or Crocs for water activities. Crocs, if you have them, make sure it's tight. And if you are purchasing aqua shoes, readily available at Decathlon or 800, 900,000 bucks. It's a good investment for any water-related sport activity. Slip on with a rubber sole and dry quick. Other items we have personal toiletries other than shower gel and toothbrush. I think sunscreen and lip balm and full cream are really important. It says 30 plus, you can carry 50 plus. It's always good to have that. A mosquito repellent spray patch, again, very important. You should wear fuller layers in the evening. So when I went and said 7 to 8 t-shirts, maybe two of them should be full sleeve t-shirts just for the night, or three of them should be full sleeve t-shirts just for the night. Wear track pants in the evening. Don't keep on wearing shorts because the insects will bite. Even if you wear mosquito patches or if you apply cream, the better way to stop insects is just don't give them the real estate to bite you. Wear fuller layers, right? A pair of sunglasses, 100% important. If you wear specs, don't carry lenses. And if you wear specs, carry an extra pair of specs so that किसी आप एडवेंचर कर रहे हैं या बाहर हैं गलती से कभी का खरोच कपड़े टूट गया तो आपके पास एक एक्स्ट्रा होना चाहिए. Plastic bag for wet clothes, yes. A torch or a headlamp, yes. A water bottle, 750 ml to 1 liter capacity, yes. Below this capacity, two less of a water for a day's work time, and 1 liter super, it will be too heavy, sort of beats the purpose. We recommend carrying your own sleeping bags purely because post-COVID, anything of personal use is always good to carry apna khud ka. If in case you don't have sleeping bags, or you don't purchase it yet, or you don't intend to purchase it yet, if you purchased it, good. Anything that suffices between 10 to 15 degrees will do good for this camp. If you need an extra one, we have them at the camp. If you don't have sleeping bags in general, we have them at the camp. We wash them, sun dry them, sanitize them after every camp. You can take it from us on day one. The process for that is go and ask your instructor. Simple as that. Even they will come and tell you, when the sort of sun sets and then, do you have sleeping bags? And you can tell them, no, I need one. They can provide you with one. वन इन्फ्लेटेबल पिलो हमारे पास कैंप पे नहीं है. ये बच्चों की डिमांड से किक लिस्ट में ऐड हुआ है, तो अगर आप चाहें तो ला सकते हैं. डीकैथलॉन पे मिल जाता है. You can roll it up and keep it with you. Once you bring it to the camp, you can blow into it and it basically inflates. It's an inflatable pillow. Medicines, like I mentioned earlier, in a pouch, if possible, with a note from the doctor or from you, so that it can be handed over to the doctor when they reach the camp. Spectacles, like I mentioned, an extra pair. Packing. Three things, three pointers to understand parents. Please listen carefully. They will carry two bags, one big, one small. Big is 50 to 60 liters ka rucksack. Small is the school bag, the daycare bag that they have. Big bag will have everything dumped into it. Small bag will basically have daily essentials, which means water bottle, cap, shades, hand sanitizer, sunscreen, so on and so forth, right? Maybe a wet towel or something like that, a wet wipe. That is the daily essential. मेन बैग इज दी एल्मिरा, उसमें से निकाल के छोटे वाले बैग में डालेंगे. तो आपके बच्चे वो भारी बैग हर रोज कैरी नहीं करेंगे. आपके बच्चे वो भारी बैग सिर्फ एयरपोर्ट के से लेके बस के बूट कंपार्टमेंट तक, और उसके बाद जब वो शिफ्ट होगा एमयूवी में, तो एमयूवी जब तीर्थन की पार्किंग में होगी, वहां से लेके उनके टेंट तक, अगर मैं पूरे कैंप की ड्यूरेशन में बताऊं, तो 60 to 70 meters is what they will walk with this bag from airport to airport largely. Now, what they will take out every day is they basically wear and just they keep in their smaller bags like daily essentials and they go. That is, ये बड़ा bag is their almirah, which is parked in the tent. Now, second thing, will the kids carry these bags on the night out? No, they will carry अलग से. We will give them the bags. We will allocate them the bags, which are again rucksacks, but उसमें सिर्फ उनके 2 दिन का सामान और 2 दिन के expedition का सामान. It is very light in terms of this. If you're comparing this to the weight they'll carry, they will not carry this. They will carry separate bags, which is only for the night out, which is available at the camp. Third, why a rucksack is important? Because the whole purpose of getting a rucksack is you can't drag the weight, drag the bag. You can drag it on the airport, but there we are there to help you, or your parents will help you out. On the camp, inspectors are there to help you out, but we expect you to pick your bags up by yourself. You're out there for camping ultimately. Now, what you need to do here is not get a trolley because the terrain is so uneven, you will break the trolley. And if you have to take it, like if you have to hang it by your hand, it's rather better that you carry it on a rucksack. So make sure you follow these three things. cash, I think we discussed earlier. About 3,000 rupees is good, more than enough. Send it in a separate pouch with a label. So medicines, cash, and food. Food I understand, but medicines and cash probably in a separate pouch, well labeled. Apart from this, if you're flying from any other city, प्लीज टेक नोट्स. अगर तुम फोन हैंड ओवर करेंगे तो प्लीज हमें ऐसे फोन और चार्जर मत देना. We have to keep it and maintain it, so maintaining for us becomes a little tough. Better version of that is take a pouch, put your charger, your phone. If you want a hard copy of your ID, your tickets, put that. A power bank is a must because once you come back, you will not have charging ports right there with you, and you will need your phone to contact your parents in time. Maybe access some information in the phone. A power bank is a must. So phone, tickets, hard copy of the ticket, and a photocopy also works. Like photocopy of the hard copy, tickets, ID, phone, charger, power bank. Zip it, label it, hand it over to us. All right. Do not carry mobile, of course, do not carry mobile phones, do not carry expensive jewelry or electronic gadgets or expensive clothes for that matter. Wear clothes that you are fine lugging them out. Expensive jewelry is self-explanatory, a no-brainer. कि नहीं लेके आना है. You can carry a camera. Don't carry this camera. This is not the right depiction of a camera. This is a DSLR. I would say something of this size, a small digicam, fiber shot type thing. That is fine. You can carry that. We have charging ports at the camp. Activity के दौरान refrain from clicking photos. It's a safety hazard. But उसके अलावा शाम को it's a beautiful camp. Only justified if you click photos. So please do. And if you want to get cameras, do get cameras. And we are done with the orientation largely. I have spoken enough. I will speak some more. I will look at the questions. I can see there are. Okay. Let me go bit by bit. Hi, is it Terminal 1 or Terminal 2? It's Terminal 1. It will be sent to you at with the departure message that goes out tomorrow or day after tomorrow by Max. Can we see the pictures for the tent? How many kids in a tent? 4 kids in a tent, ma'am. You can see the pictures, but largely understand it's a 10 by 12 feet tent. There's nothing too much. There's nothing much to see in it. I can send you a picture afterwards. Rehan. Uh, it's basically a 10 by 12 feet tent. It's a huge space with 4 mattresses inside it, and it's on a 2.5 feet concrete platform. एक के बाद एक line में लगे हुए हैं. That's what you need to understand of it. Arrival on day 9 is 6 a.m. latest. She has a flight back at 7:30 a.m. from T2, hence my question. Okay, Justin, this is a we can't do 7:30 a.m. I'm so sorry. We will have to discuss this post call. You'll have to discuss it with me or with the person you spoke to. Because what essentially means is that if you are back at 6 a.m., you will need at least 2 hours to get into the airport. Like, do your formalities, check in करने में 1 1.5 2 घंटे लगते हैं. So we recommend a flight after 9 a.m. Uh, Justin, if you can hear me, have you booked the flights already?
Yes, I have, but well, it was originally 8 o'clock. I can get that changed, not a problem.
I would appreciate you get the change. Also, would need to ask you, been in touch with one of my teammates, Michael, Subbu, Mahesh, Deepti, Vinita, anyone?
No, I don't remember the name of the person who I was interacting with, but yeah,
I'll
basis
do
that
what
what I booked.
I'll do what is, could you just drop your number in the chat to me privately, separately? I will just
Sure,
send you a hi. Once you update the tickets, do send it to me, please.
sounds good. Will do.
Thank you so much. How many boys versus girls in the camp? Oh, this is a good one. You need, so we have 10 boys and 6 girls in the camp. उन 10 boys and 6 girls में से 14 दिल्ली से हैं and 2 बैंगलोर से हैं. And I'm assuming Justin is one of them. Justin Tirthan is one of them.
Yes,
Uh, so, so 50-liter rucksack is fine. We should buy 70-liter only. 70 लीटर is a tad bit overkill. Tad bit. मतलब 70 लीटर्स आपको बहुत बड़ी बड़ी एक्सपेडिशन में ही यूज करना पड़ेगा. 50-60 लीटर्स इज गुड इनफ फॉर यू टू यूज राइट नाउ टिल यूर 17. Do they need to get a blanket? No, their sleeping bag is their blanket because they sleep on a mattress. They already have a mattress. So back support is there. They need basically sleeping bag का पर्पस क्या है? आप बैग खोलिए, उसको ब्लैंकेट की तरह ओढ़िए, एंड देन यू डिसाइड कि कितना आपको कोकून बनना है उसके अंदर बेसिकली. Uh, I think हाँ अभी तक तो chat में इतने ही questions हैं. Just sir, I got your number. I will reach out to you after this call. I will drop you a hi, hello.
So can I have a question right
Yeah,
now?
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Please go for it.
So I just want to know. So I'm need bit clarity over mobile phones. Like, will they carry it or you will they will carry and you will take it there? मतलब airports पे आप ले लेंगे.
आप मैम दिल्ली से हैं या फिर आप फ्लाइंग फ्रॉम बैंगलोर?
दिल्ली से ही.
नहीं तो फिर फोन लाने ही नहीं है एयरपोर्ट पे.
अच्छा, लाने ही नहीं है.
करेक्ट.
तो इन केस बच्चे अगर एयरपोर्ट पे ही मतलब पेरेंट्स से कनेक्ट करना चाहते हैं देन लाइक व्हेन दे आर कमिंग बैक, तब वो कैसे होगा? अच्छा, वी कैन कनेक्ट टू द कोऑर्डिनेटर, ये राइट? परफेक्टली, थैंक यू.
बेसिकली हम लोग आपको अराइवल की इन्फॉर्मेशन एक दिन पहले दे देंगे विद लोकेशन
हम्म.
एंड एन एस्टिमेटेड टाइम.
हम्म.
आप आ चुके होंगे या अगर आप मान लीजिए आप बस पहले आ गए या आप बाद में आए हैं, तो मेरी टीम वहां से हिलेगी नहीं जब तक हर बच्चे को हम पर्सनली हैंड ओवर नहीं करेंगे. तो वी विल गिव यू अ कॉल और वी विल प्रोवाइड आवर फोन टू द किड्स टू गिव यू अ कॉल. तो
हम्म.
नॉट टू वरी अबाउट दैट.
ओके, गॉट दैट. एंड सेकेंड थिंग इज मेडिसिन, आपने कहा कि वो पैक करके लेबल करके मतलब चिल्ड्रन विल हैंड ओवर टू द टीम.
Correct. We will, as a SOP, as a standard process, we will ask for all of this. So what you need to
हम्म.
do on your end is A, pack it properly in a pouch. B, छोटे वाले बैग में डालना है हमने, बड़े वाले बैग में नहीं. क्योंकि छोटे वाले बैग में दे कैन इजीली एक्सेस इट, राइट? तो वंस
हम्म.
द बैग उतारा, सर ये मेरी मेडिसिन रही.
हम्म.
ऑल्सो पेरेंट्स, ऑल ऑफ यू टेक अ नोट. बस में रात को थोड़ी ठंड होती है तो एक वार्म लेयर आप छोटे वाले बैग में ही डाल दीजिएगा प्लीज.
ओके.
ठीक है, क्योंकि बड़े बैग वोट के बस कंपार्टमेंट में चले जाएंगे, छोटे बैग उनके साथ रहेंगे. तो बस के दौरान, जर्नी के दौरान उनका वाटर, उनके स्नैक्स, उनका वार्म लेयर and anything else that they might need like a sanitizer should be with them in the smaller backpack.
हम्म. ओके, ठीक है, थैंक यू सो मच.
uh, and you can directly raise the hand and ask the question. You don't have to type it. That's perfectly fine. All right, let me see what is written.
So the drop time I need to ask, I think you mentioned it's 5 p.m., but on the itinerary I can see it's 6 p.m. to drop kids there. So what's the right time to drop them?
Rectification, ma'am. Departing time is 6 p.m. Dropping, so you meet us at 5 p.m. So within the 5 to 6 p.m. window, we will meet you guys, have a small chat. We will give you the name tags, and that entire process takes another 30 minutes. Then the next 30 minutes we keep it buffer in case कोई traffic हो जाए या कोई late हो जाए. Otherwise,
Hmm.
we can depart early also. But 5 p.m. is when we expect you to come.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
If parents, you don't have any questions, that is perfectly fine. You can drop from the call as well. If somebody missed this and you know them, this orientation is recorded and will be shared on the channel itself. I hope everyone will follow the channel.
I think
Yeah, I think we're good. Okay,
yeah,
perfect.
you have really well defined the whole thing. We have a lot of things in mind, but I think you have covered it very well. Though it's a first trial for my child, but now I'm very much satisfied that, he'll have a good time and memories with you.
We're looking forward to having them at the camp. We're looking forward to
Yeah.
having them.
Thank you so much, Sam.
Most welcome, most welcome. Thank you for joining, everyone. I'll stop the recording now. Thank you.
So, Unat, just one thing. If in case I need to know anything or कुछ पूछना है तो whom should I connect?
You've been in touch with whom from my team before? Just for my understanding, must be somebody from my team.
Yeah, it was Nitin.
Nitin. So Nitin or me, you can connect with me or you can connect with Nitin. That's perfectly fine.
Okay.
Uh, Anything that you need to be communicated at the camp urgently, like not I miss you, beta, not that. We understand you miss them, but something like urgent. Sometimes क्या होता है कि कोई इन्फॉर्मेशन बच्चे से चाहिए होती है कि कहाँ रखा था ये आईडी कार्ड वगैरह वगैरह. ऐसा हुआ है पास में. तो हाँ, आप नितिन को बता सकते हैं. आप जिस नंबर से आपको ओरिएंटेशन का मैसेज आया, मेरा नंबर है वो, आप उस पर टेक्स्ट ड्रॉप कर सकते हैं.
Hmm. Got that. Got that. Thank you
Drop
so
us,
much.
don't drop us a text. We are connected with the camp multiple times a day. We get updates by the hour, so we can
Hmm.
always have this conversation with them.
Okay. Got it. Thank you so much.
Most welcome. All right, bye bye, parents. Then I'll see you at the departure.
Bye, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Most welcome. Most welcome. Pleasure having you over here. Thank you.